Hi, beautiful star beings of light. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. In this video, I wanted to help you answer the question, do I have spirit guides that are galactic or star beings? Now, if you have been on the self-discovery journey for quite some time, you might have already found out that you are starseed. And if you're a starseed, there's a very high probability that by the time you're watching this video, you have already been aware or have been in connection with your galactic or star being guides. One of the easiest way to find out if you have this connection is to first understand your, starseed lineage. So through your research, you can see, if I'm connected to the Palladian star system, if I'm connected to the Arcturian system, the Andromedan, Orion, Lyran, Alpha Centauri. There's so many local cluster star system that is around us. And there's so many starseeds like yourself on Earth at this time. So finding out what star energy you connected to, one way by doing this, you connect yourself to the star of that system. And the star, we already know, is not just a sun. A star is a portal, is a stargate. And that stargate holds a lot of quantum information that reflects and activates your DNA. And so by connecting with the star system that you are most familiar with as a soul, you first activate your DNA. You open up that energetic connection. The second step is to ask your higher self, right? Your higher self always has the answers for you. It has your best interests at heart and is here to help you fulfill your higher purpose. So in a deep meditation, and you want to do this type of meditation while you're grounded, while you are in a pure and light state. It's best not to do this meditation when you are emotional or when you're upset, because it's all vibrational based, right? If you're upset and you misalign, it's very hard to find the connection and discern the correct information. So do it when you are in a light state, when you're feeling good. Connect with your higher self, connect with source. Ask for spiritual protection, and you can see my other videos to guide you on how to do this. And asking your higher self to show you if you have any multi-dimensional guides, star beings or galactic beings in this lifetime to work with you. And so depending on your clear abilities, you might be able to see a visual, you might be able to hear, feel, or have a thought form. These beings also communicate with us through their own ways as well. So for example, as a channeler, I've been in contact with many telepathic beings, right? It's really funny in the session. Sometimes I have to tell them like, slow down, I need to translate it and it's going too fast. So slow it down for me, I need to breathe. And when you're communicating telepathically, in 1 second, you can have like 10 thoughts. It's one of the most effective form of communication. And that's also why a lot of times when starseeds incarnate on Earth, you find it really hard to communicate with words. And I'm definitely one of them. I don't know if you resonate with it. It's like, talking is just so slow. If they can feel it, if they can feel my thought form, it would be so much easier. And so that's one way your guides might communicate with you. They might present themselves visually in your meditation. So I'll use myself as an example. In my meditation, I was just, chilling and having crystal on my third eye. I'm just working on myself and my own body to open up my spiritual channel, to connect with my higher self. And then I started to see this really tall, dark blue being that's a mantis being. And it's like beautiful rainbow spectrum lights around his body. And I was like, whoa, that's just interesting. Because so far I've only been connected to the angelic realm, fairy elemental realm, and ascended masters like Jesus and Kuan Yin. So it's really interesting when Kahao, which is his name, came forth to meet me. And I was like, oh, well, who are you? And he's like, I'm you in another dimension, and I'm your spirit guide in this lifetime. And I was like, whoa, that's very interesting. And so I started to work with him some more, right? from him, I only felt love. I felt pure love. I felt a lot of joy. Oftentimes, I've made a video about star beings that are mantis beings that are service to others. They are usually very funny and they are very wise. They have this perspective about my ego that I wasn't even aware of. So working with my mantis spirit guide, he helped me gain my power back from the ego. So instead of my ego controlling me, through working with him, he helped me break open that chain of my ego around me, rise above it, and be able to now switch roles and take my power back from my ego and become the observer, become the master that witness my ego. Kahal is also my channeling master as well. So instead of teaching me Kung Fu, he's teaching me how to channel, become a better channel each and every day. So he has helped me along throughout my journey. And in my other channeling, so I've done some public channeling where I've invited him to share some information. And one of my friend who's also very in tune channeler, she came up to me and said, you know that that's you in another dimension, right? I'm like, yep, he's me in another dimension. So you can always have another psychic or channeler affirm your experiences as well. So given said that, like not every single galactic being is going to be a mantis being. There are many, many types of beings out there. And I feel that, as my previous videos have said, it's important to discern, right? You want to feel and you want to interact with this spirit guide for a while to see, okay, is this really my spirit guide? Oftentimes when you come from the place where you have already worked on yourself, when you feel very aligned with where you are, the guides that come, you'll be able to just tell if this is a service to self or service to others entity. You just know. If you are in the beginning of your journey, it might be a little harder. It's just like learning how to ride a bike, right? In the beginning, you're not quite sure if you're going to fall, if you are riding through a straight line. But the more that you practice, right, the more that you do this safely, and with the guidance of someone that you trust, and with the intention of bringing more love and light to the planet, being service to others, then you'll start to become much more easier. So instead of before I needed to meditate for an hour to tune into that state of channeling, now I can just tune in within a few seconds. And so don't worry in the beginning if it feels hard, you'll get better over time. So that's some ways that you can connect with your galactic being. Another way is they will just show you signs, but you have to ask, right? Ask and you shall receive. They don't like to intervene with your life unless you ask and give them permission to do so. So for example, in one of my meditation, I close my eye and I ask, where am I from as a starseed? Which star system am I connected to? And I woke up, I opened my eyes, and right away, I looked into this book that I have, and the publisher's name was Arcturus. And I was like, yo, this is lit. And it really affirmed with me because I felt the strong opening of my heart that it resonates. Yes, Arcturus. And then I started to look on the star map, and every time I would look at the star Arcturus, I just feel so much connection to that star. And so that's another way that your guides will show themselves up to you, right? It's be like, here are some affirmations, right, in your physical realm. And so final tip is that be open-minded, because a lot of these beings might not look like who you are as a humanoid right now. Right? Some of your guides might be, yes, from the Pleiades, they look more like us, right? Just a little bit different. They might be from Andromeda, which is more of like a very light green colored being. You might have guides from Arcturus, right? The blue skin, big eyes being. And also, right, there are many type of beings from a specific star system. Your guides could be still from the Pleiades, but not look like a humanoid. So you have to discover your journey on your own. And if you want, you can also work with a trusted channeler to go in and have them guide you and have them train you to discern your information. You can definitely do this on your own, but I'll always say, check in with someone that you trust from time to time, because I've seen people who just become way too ungrounded and become too upper chakra orientated, and they find themselves really struggling to integrate into this physical form, in this physical dimension. So take a baby step, one step at a time. Don't need to force yourself. This is all a self-exploration journey. So let me know, share in the comment section below. Do you have a galactic being? Have you been in contact with them? What did they help you with? I would love to hear from my other star seeds as well. And if you would like to learn more about yourself and love to work with me, I do offer private sessions as well. You can check out my other YouTube videos about how to channel, heal yourself, or galactic matter. Subscribe for future videos, and I would love to connect with you on a deeper level. Thank you so much for sharing your light. Thank you for being here. Sending you lots of love and lots of light. Go out there and work your magic. Ciao.